Introducing Cedric Mean Man Mingo. Juan Manuel Marquez.
Ahí, okay. Toques de manos. Buena suerte. Good luck.
Good luck, sir. Marty, he is measured up just fine, thank you. And this is, again, another test. Mingo is a long arm, tall. It's a pretty good test.
Yeah, well, he comes out with some obvious physical advantages over Marquez, and Marquez still learning how to, because he is coming off an outstanding 1996 in which he fought 5 times, won them all, defeated 2.
Wants him to do in each and every outing. It seems only natural that you would want to improve, and a bit shocked, I'm sure, but wiser. Knocked Pinckney down and went on to dominate Pinckney and to win the fight.
And I think Marquez's improvement, Tom, has been fairly dramatic, and far more so than for...
Since then has won 18 in a row, and not all of them have been easy, to be sure, and he has fought some tough with the young fighter here tonight.
Mingo held a title belt of sorts, lightly regarded. Mason lost both of his outings in 1996. So he's hoping this year, obviously, will be better than it was a year ago.
That in common, both men have wins over Pinckney. He beat Pinckney in 8, and Marquez had to go the fight. Nothing more than that, and that Mingo got the decision. And black, and we'll be back to see about round 2 in a moment. Mingo's corner between the first and second round, and that is they were cautioning him about his right foot.
But he is not utilizing a lot of movement, and he doesn't have a lot of head movement here either.
But if you want to stand in front of Marquez, well, you're in for what could be a very tough evening, because he can really has 18 victories, 13 knockouts, so he's got plenty of stock. And if Mingo wants to stand there in exchange for them.
He's been the distance with some other good fighters in fights that he has not won. We mentioned his decision victory over Pinckney, so he knows this is a taller guy. He's reaching up when he throws his punches, and it is a left-hander, as we've mentioned.
He's in the black and the gold, stripes and stars, in the black 22 and 7, and among his other attributes, has got a pretty good chin. So far, this has been a very nice fight. I mean, there have been no big punches, and Martin. That's right.
I remember when we were interviewing him up in Lake Tahoe with Marquez standing there, we were asking him, how do you feel about it?
Mingo's the southpaw. Yes, Rich.
I think Marquez really went to school in the second round. Now in this round, trying to utilize maybe all those feints that he was going through in the last round.
5'9", and Marquez lands a good left and a follow-up right hand, and Mingo backs up. We're here in round number 3.
Wheeler fight, when he appeared to be outpointed, he was coming on very strong at the end of that fight. Stopped Wheeler, studies his opponent, breaks down his style, slowly dissects it, and figures out what he has to do to bust him up.
Crouch, which would negate whatever height advantage he has. He does have a reach advantage of a couple of inches. Mark Pinckney. We'll be back. This is the end of round 3.
Watch since the beginning of his career, Chico Castillo has been awarded a world title fight. So Rogelio Tour has decided to retire and has given up the title, and so Chico Castillo is going to get. He decided to give up the crown because of it.
Good punch. Marquez with those quick moves with Parada, and that feinting with the shoulders and bobbing and weaving and almost looking
for quite a while. He doesn't fall for all of those feints necessarily. Juan may be utilizing them all, but Mingo may not. Mingo's going to need to get busier than a wall.
Got nailed with the right hand, and he's hurt. He is holding on 12-rounder.
I don't think he's quite recovered yet, Tom. He looks a little bit...
That he's going to survive. There's the bell, indeed. But an indication... Tejedor with the left hand. That was just a classic. Come to the forum to watch him fight. And if not, why, do join us. They're in for a great treat. He's a... big month of boxing for forum boxing. Put it up on February because it has only 28 days. I suppose. Marquez trying to cut the ring off on Mingo and Mingo.
Marquez twice now in this round has tried to sneak that right hand home again and has avoided both of the follow-up rights.
The old fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Steps in after this.
throw enough punches to win a round.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. In fact, I've been watching him gain some favor with any one of the three judges. Marty Denkin is the referee, but he does not vote.
Bouncing up on the balls of his feet. He likes to hold that left out there, and I think he wants to get his opponent.
Trying to do here, he's landed a couple of them. He is, of course, a favorite with the crowd, Mingo, but he has had great success fighting in foreign boxing and become, quote, a local son. Trying to land that right hand, the one that jolted Mingo a couple of rounds ago. And
happy to utilize them to sign many of these fighters, and the kids that they do sign, you know, people liking to see how they treat other people. It's great to see how they treat other people, fans and media alike.
Which he said, a real gentleman. We'll be back. Denkin, the referee, went over to Mingo's corner between rounds and said, let's pick up the action a little bit here.
Mingo's utilizing a little more movement in this round, too, Tom. He's been circling a little bit more to him than if you go out there and let's go mano a mano.
Yeah. Mingo's got a good chin. You saw 6 or 7 inches closer to each other, and as a result, they're landing some pretty good shots. Off he'll be against Marquez, who has trouble with good lateral movement boxers.
Patient, a little more savvy now, Tom, and I think he's
banged heads to
right eye.
Thrown by Marquez. Mingo boxing quite well there, making Marquez miss repeatedly there.
And you throw a fucking straight left hand to quit this bullshitting around. That kid isn't fit to carry your gun.
We're in round number 8. Throws a left hand. Has not been doing it, and his corner wanted him to do it in no uncertain terms.
You can't just paw out there with it and then just kind of paw with your left hand. Right. He doesn't really use that
right hand. In his case, he's the southpaw out there. Not once, but twice, keeping Marquez at bay, so to speak. Talking about it, than getting into the ring and doing it. But it would seem to be what his corner wants him to do.
4 years old, and he kind of looks it to me, Tom, in the fight here tonight. He's a little bit off with his...
And by the same token, Marquez is 23. There's 11 years difference. There's the bell, and then indeed this is the last round. Will somewhere in the dressing room or in the cab to the hotel say, you guys...
Mingo's showing more of a jab now.
But I'll tell you, in addition to Marquez, really a disquieting thing to any fighter. He hit him with the right hand, knocked him down.
You know, I think he's got Mingo ready to go, and he may be letting an opportunity slip.
To the end here. Trying to catch the round is coming to a close, less than half a minute.
Now I wonder if they'll stop it between rounds.
I'm wondering if Mingo has been trying to fight here and fight his way back in this the 10th round, but for the odds.
You want to go on or not?
No more. So it's all over. After 10, we'll get the official call. The NABO record goes to 19-1. That is 19 straight victories, and he's the NABO featherweight champion.
Juan Manuel Marquez.
Marquez the winner.